I was just about convicted. You get on the stand, and the jury does a 180.
Well, you can thank that snake of a prosecutor. She forced Morgan back on the stand. He came home in tears, and I saw red. No way in hell is someone going to bully my kid. Look at him gloating. So sure Carly's Mother Courage Act fooled the jury.
Well, then you have to find a way to turn them around.
I do have a way. And it's Michael. Either you go and congratulate your father on his impending acquittal, or you be a cop and you go get Michael.
If you've already rested your case, isn't it a little late to produce Michael?
The case hasn't gone to jury yet, and though it's unorthodox, I can petition a 24-hour extension to bring one last witness.
I really don't want him taking the stand.
Without him, the jury's going to believe Carly, and Sonny's going to walk.
So this is just about as good as over. Lawyers are going to make their closing arguments, but the jury already thinks that I killed Claudia by accident.
You would have if you were there.
Thanks to you, this will all be over by midnight. Michael's going to come home. Can't wait to see him.
I have to go see someone. I'll be right back, okay?
I loathe admitting when I am wrong.
You were wrong?
When you first brought this case to me, I remember warning you that it was going to be virtually impossible to win it. I was quite insistent, I recall.
You usually are.
I'll take that as a compliment. My point is, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, you're about to be acquitted.
Okay, this is it. Either I make my closing argument and Sonny walks away a free man, or you find Michael and we prove your father killed his wife.
Ask the judge for that 24 hours.
All right, we're ready to hear closing arguments. Prosecution.
Your Honor, before I close, I'd like to request a 24-hour extension to allow time to produce one last vital witness.
Objection! Prosecution and defense have both rested. Ms. Walsh has had ample time to present all her witnesses.
Ms. Walsh, when you first reserved the right to present a late witness, I assumed that you would produce said witness before defense had rested. I have no intention of delaying the conclusion of this trial.
The trial has been highly unconventional, Your Honor, but the jury has been patient, as have you, because we're all on the quest for the truth. And I assure you, in 24 hours, the truth will finally be revealed. You owe me a night of shakes. All the beer I want to drink, all the pool I want to play, and all the slow dances I want.
Yes on the first two, no on the third. So you did it.
I did it. I got on the stand, I told the truth and nothing but, well, except for a few minor changes. I even think the jury had tears in their eyes.
I don't say this often, but I told you so.
You know what I did? I just remembered what happened that night, how I was lying there exhausted and Claudia was trying to take Jocelyn away from me, and then Michael just burst in and he hit her, and I kept remembering how Michael saved my little girl.
That's good. Oh, what happened when the prosecutor tried to cross-examine you? That's the...
Oh, that was the best part. She was so smug and so sure she was going to take me apart. And she tried. She did. She twisted my words. She tried throwing them back up in my face. But it didn't happen. You know why? Because I kept remembering how she wanted to put Michael and Morgan on the witness stand. I told my story from start to finish, and the jury believed me. I know they did.
Michael is still on his backpacking trip, and even if we knew which trails he was hiking on, prosecution has no proof that Michael was witness to anything.
The proof will be evident when I get him on the stand.
This is a blatant stall, Your Honor. The case is ready for the jury.
All right, ladies, I've heard enough. Resume your seats.
It's Michael, isn't it?
It's a 24-hour extension, which does us no harm as long as Michael's location remains undisclosed.
After careful consideration, I've decided to give Miss Walsh 24 hours to bring her witness into court. Ms. Walsh, If your witness is not standing before me by this time tomorrow, this case will go to the jury.
So I took Jocelyn into court with me
Why?
because I thought she'd melt the jury, and I was right. Even Claire puddled for a nanosecond before she stormed right up to the judge and demanded I remove the baby. But by then, the jury had already oohed and awed. And then when I told them how Sonny saved my baby, they'd have a vivid mental picture of Jocelyn in all of her glory. And Jocelyn knows how to rise to the occasion.
And so does her mother.
God, I love that. I love when I'm right, and you know that I'm right, and you tell me I'm right, because that doesn't always happen, you know.
No, listen, I don't want you to
What?
worry.
Don't tell me unless I really need to know. Do not ruin this.
It's not a big deal. We had to move Michael.
What happened?
The cop that Dante works with, Ronnie, he actually made it to the island. He was in the cabana where Michael was.
Guy. Did he see Michael?
No, he didn't.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Michael's fine. They haven't found Michael. I just want to tell you the person who shielded Michael from Ronnie was Jax.
Be forewarned, Miss Walsh, there will be no further extensions.
I understand, Your Honor.
The jury is instructed to keep an open mind and, as usual, speak to no one, not even each other. We will convene again tomorrow. This court is adjourned.
All rise.
Why would Claire pull a stunt like that? Is it at all possible that she knows where Michael is?
No.
Are you absolutely certain?
We moved him to another location.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. To the best of my knowledge, Michael is still on a camping trip through some godforsaken wilderness, and I have to take your word for it that he cannot be located. This is just a stall tactic of Claire. She wants to put as much time between Carly's testimony and the jury deliberation
What's
as
that
possible.
gonna do?
It's gonna let the first wave of emotion pass over them. It's gonna give them time to rethink Carly's story.
She was great.
Yes, that she was. She was brilliant. The baby alone should get you exonerated. Carly's testimony was a thing of beauty, and when Claire went to cross-examine her, just made Claire look like a vindictive bitch. I am sure that she's praying that 24 hours is going to lessen Carly's impact. But in point of fact, I will bet that the delay only strengthens it.
Miss Walsh. You all right? Because you look a little tired, a little worn down.
No, not at all. I'm anticipating tomorrow when I get my last witness on the stand. I'm going to prove you killed your wife.
You want Michael, you're not going to get him. Last trick failed.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
You know what your fatal mistake was?
What?
Putting Morgan on the stand.
Yeah, is that a threat?
Let me tell you. When you pulled that stunt dragging my son out of school, putting him on the stand, you pissed off his mother. She came at you with guns blazing. You didn't know what hit you.
Yeah, it was a compelling demonstration of perjury, I'll give you that much.
She had the jury eating out of her hand. You thought you were going to trip her up, prove that she lied. But she handed you your ass, made you look like a fool. Somebody should have warned you that, you're a federal prosecutor with a title and a fancy degree. But my ex-wife, she's a street fighter. And she just schooled you. Carly gonna be modest enough to tell you about her testimony?
I was brilliant. Thank you very much. The best part was seeing the look on Claire Walsh's face when she knew that she lost.
I dug myself pretty deep when Johnny was lying on that stand. She got me out of it. I could tell that the jury wants to acquit. So Michael and Morgan are going to be safe. We can get on with the rest of our lives. Thank you.
The boys will be thrilled. And you can start mending fences with Christina.
Yeah, of course.
Did Diane say how long it's going to take the jury to deliberate?
Claire asked for a 24-hour extension just to stall. The case is going to go to jury tomorrow. But hey, you know what? Without Michael, Claire can't counter Carly's testimony.